Do you want to know how to have your game go from looking like this to something like this? And I'm talking more frames, more information, and just an overall better experience. Then this video today is made for you. Yo, how's it going, everybody? Hummus here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video on Modern Warfare 2 Season 3, but this time we are going to go over the best possible settings you could have in this game if you want a competitive advantage, if you want to dominate every lobby. I'm going to go over my graphics, my settings for not only keyboard and mouse but also controller. I used to play ranked on controller, so I'm going to give you guys all the settings you need to get the advantage in Modern Warfare 2 Season 3. If you think someone else will benefit from this, be sure to drop a like and share with them. We want to see as many people do as best they can. Sometimes I see people doing bad only because of settings or certain attachments they have on, so let me go ahead and help you guys out in that field. And do not assume for 1 second that I will not give you guys 5 very good class setups to use in S&D. They'll be at the end of this video after the settings. I'll put them up really fast, give you the tunes and the attachment. All right, so I'm gonna start over at the settings portion. Now, if you have these settings on console, I would go ahead and do this first and foremost. Go ahead and turn your field of view up to 120. This is the most important one because it is the one that I'm starting off with. 120 FOV affected. Follow this exactly, everything I have here to a T. This gives you more field of view in game, means you can see more people left to right, in front of you, all around you. Console players, I cannot emphasize this enough. This right here is what gives you an advantage over others. So why many people play Modern Warfare 2 over Modern Warfare 2019 on console, it's the fact to have a field of view. I can show you a difference between the two right now. Here is the console FOV. This is 120 max FOV, now available for console players as well. Do you see how I can cover all 3 lanes with my eyes? The left side from mid, the top side from office, and the right side from junkyard. This is what 120 FOV gives you. And now if we look back at console FOV, look what they see. Nothing. They just see top office and that is it. And this makes it so when you aim down sights, it doesn't zoom too far in. So by doing this, you'll have more of your peripherals, so you're gonna see people run up on you or pull up on you even when you're ADSing. If you change the weapon field of view to wide, it's not gonna obstruct as much of the screen. Your weapon won't. You can always change this to default though, but I like to run it wide. I'm telling you, copy me. You want all this down at 50% as well. Camera movement 50% for both. This makes it so the game doesn't bobble as much as you're running, like your head doesn't bob as much. Going over to display, we're gonna go right back to the beginning. I play at 1440p. This is really PC talk. I have it limited at my frames, but quality, this is really important, guys. I play on Fidelity FX Cast because the game looks really good, but if you want the most frames possible, do not hesitate to use NVIDIA DLSS and turn that bad boy up to performance at 100. Again, I use this because I have a 3080. I can kind of get away with using this when I'm not streaming, but when I'm streaming, I always go for DLSS. I want the more frames. You can see that I have the lowest anti-aliasing. I have my video memory scale all the way up. We got textures on low, baby, all the way across the board. We got it. Everything almost low. I do have some stuff on, like I have like if you see over here, I got everything on low except water caustics. I have everything low off. We do got screen space reflections at high and static reflection quality at high. This makes your camos look a little better though on your weapon hand, so I wouldn't turn this off or make it normal because your camos will look like cheese instead of gold, I promise. For this one, you want on plus boost, especially if you have a better graphics card. It's going to help you get a lot more frames, uses more of your GPU than your CPU. These are the graphics settings. I'm telling you guys, if you want a competitive advantage, you want to play on low. And if you're on console, again, some of this will apply to you. Please make sure you have these motion blur stuff off, have depth of field off, film grain, have that off. Anything that you see that I have that you have, follow it, especially the field of view. So next, I'm actually gonna go over the controller settings because I do have a fair bit of controller players on the channel. Controller, I like to play on tactical flipped. I play claw naturally, so this is the controller settings that I have. This lets me shoot with the top buttons, and if anyone here is not listening to me, shooting with the top buttons is way better than the bottom buttons unless you have a special controller. With any basic controller, which is what I use a basic controller, the top buttons will register aim and shooting faster because there's less travel for the button to register you shooting. Please, for love of God, if you do not have a special controller, please do tactical flipped. At the minimum, do flipped only. You can have this at default if you like. And then also for controller, I have vibration off. I have trigger effect off because we don't need that stuff if we're trying to get kills. I got 77 cents at 0.9 ADS sensitivity. I found this to be the best setting for controller aim assist. I think from sensitivity 5 to 8, nothing lower or higher is perfect. You get the most aim assist when you're running 5 to 8 cents. Do not go under or over that. Do not play 2020 because you think it's cool that you play max sense. You are doing yourself a disservice if you are playing that high of a sense. You might be good at it, but I promise you 5 to 8 gives you the most aim assist possible. Here are my gameplay settings for controller. I do automatic tac sprint, and my weapon mount activation, is ADS plus melee. I apply all my armor instantly, and I prioritize reload. I do not prioritize interact when I play, because I find myself reloading in the midst of weapons all over the ground constantly, and I hate picking stuff up. I want to just do the reload. I can hold to pick something up if I have to. For the aim assist settings, we are running target aim assist on. You want this on default with dynamic aim response curve. Please do not listen to anyone who tells you to use black ops or precision or focusing. Please, 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 I'm telling you, this has been tested numerous times. Default dynamic. That's all you should be running. Instant transition timing. I don't change these sliders. I don't do any custom sensitivity per zoom. I don't change any of this stuff up. Everything is default across the board. You can take a look over here too. Look at some of my settings here for my movement behaviors. I feel like some of these apply to keyboard and mouse as well, but here I'm gonna let you guys take a look and screenshot. Now moving on to my beloved keyboard and mouse players, I haven't forgot you guys, don't worry. I play at a 7.85 sensitivity, and honestly in this game there's a big difference in this game for my settings compared to MW2 19, and it's because I run legacy Modern Warfare ADS sensitivity type. I actually took it off relative and legacy Black Ops. I don't really like these two. I found playing on legacy Modern Warfare to be much better than any other setting relative. I feel like that input delay people complain about, which I don't really feel anymore, might be due in part to this right here. I play at a 0.75 ADS sense, and I don't change anything else here. You don't have to play at this sense. I do play at 800 DPI for my mouse at the 7.85 cents, so that's up to you guys if you want to change that. Here are my gameplay behaviors for keyboard and mouse. Here are some of the combat behaviors I have for keyboard and mouse. Here are some other behaviors I have on keyboard. Audio, guys, is super important. Please home theater is really good, and so is headphones or headphones bass boost. I like to use home theater. I find this is a perfect blend. I have master volume up to 100. You have to really listen for footsteps, which is why the next one I want you guys to look at is gameplay music volume 0. I don't give a if the composer is your favorite band. You want this cranked down to 0 if you want an advantage. If you put this up to 2 or 4, I promise you're gonna hear it in game. It's gonna mess you up. I swear to God it will. Put it to 0. Dialogue at 50, you kind of want to know what the announcer is saying. Effects at 80, you know, it's part of the game. Explosions and stuff. Voice chat volume at 30. People don't know how to mute their goddamn mics, and even this feels like a lot sometimes. And cinematic music at 2. This is at 2 for the main menu music, and I can still hear the damn thing. That's how loud it is, guys. Here are the rest of my settings. Reduce tinnitus sound. You guys should definitely have this on, because that piercing noise when you get hit with a flashbang sucks. Subtitles off. Off. Minimap shape square. For the love of God, do not run a circle minimap or I will ostracize you, okay? Square rotation on. Horizontal compass, we want that on. Actually, we want horizontal compass on. Crosshairs, we do want on. We do not want them off. I had this off because of I was doing a thumbnail. I had to get a thumbnail, so this is why I was off. But you want crosshairs on, you want compass on, you want hit marks on, player names abbreviated. Do not have inverted flash on. It's worse. And don't let anyone fool you and tell you otherwise. I'm giving you guys the best settings possible to give you a competitive advantage. If you guys enjoyed the video though, consider dropping a like. Let me know which class setup or which setting or whatever helped you out. Comment section. You guys let me know if this video helped you. If it did, please be sure to send to somebody. Send it to one of your friends. Send it to someone who you're clowning in your party because he don't know what the he's doing. There are a lot of people who are using the incorrect settings, and it is why they are losing gunfights. This is how you should be running your game. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Take it easy. These guns, some of them got buffs in the season 3 update, and a few of them got even better. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. And right now we got the STB556. This gun received a huge buff. Here's the class setup for it. You guys can take a screenshot if you like. I'm gonna go over to tunes right now. Tune for the muzzle is right over here. Tune for the laser is right over here. Tune for the optic is right over here. Tune for the stock is right over here. And then finally, we have the rear grip tune right over here. Now, the next weapon we have is the TAC 56. This is an all-around, just very good weapon to use. Even though it caught a bit of a nerf, it's still very, very reliant. It's very consistent. Here is the muzzle tune. Here is the underbarrel tune. Here is the laser tune. Here is the stock tune. And then the grip tune. And then we're gonna move on to the third weapon, and that is the M13B, guys. This weapon got a huge buff. It says it got a headshot decrease, but the torso buff is what really matters. This thing shreds now. 4-shot torso. Here is the muzzle tune. Here is the underbarrel tune. And we got the laser tune. And we got the stock tune. And then we got the 45 round mag. Now listen, I don't want to hear anyone talking about the laser in a negative way in the comment section. The laser is such a big ADS and stability boost. The fact that you don't use this is insane to me. And if you're dying because of a laser, then you need to up your game, guys. Take the settings in the beginning of the video, take the class setups. You're going to be fine with a laser. The boost that this gives you is well worth it. If you don't want to run the iron sight, take the mag off and put an optic. I always recommend the Cronin Mini Pro. Tune it to be all the way far, all the way ADS. Moving on to the fourth weapon we have is the Vaznev 9K. I'm sick and tired of dying to this gun, but it's really good. Here is the class setup for the comp, and here's a tune for the comp. Here's a tune for the shark fin barrel, underbarrel. Here's a tune for the laser. For the stock. And then finally, we got the rear grip tape or grip. And then the last weapon, guys, last weapon, Cronin Squall just came out. Amazing weapon. It was the last video that I uploaded. Check it out. It's going to be in the description down below. Got a 34 kill gameplay with this weapon on S&D, guys. 34 S&D using this class setup. Here is the tune for the muzzle. The tune for the laser. Here is the tune for the comb. For the grip, and then we have the 30 round mag. Again, if you don't like bigger magazines, you can take it off with the optic, but I recommend it for this weapon. But yeah, those are the 5 guns, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, share it if you learned something new. If your friends need new classes because they're using the M4s with the big barrels and the dumb optics and they just don't know what they're doing, take it easy, guys.